There, this is Eitan. Today I'm gonna make a sort of an overview review of the SOG Seal XR. SOG's newish, big, very big folding knife. Let's see a size comparison near the Code 4, which is a medium big knife. You see the SOG Seal is larger. It has a larger blade, larger handle, wider in everything. Near the Hersey 4-inch, also bigger. Near the PM2, well, it can swallow the PM2. Near the Buck 110, Buck 110 is a long knife and this is longer. And near my biggest knife, which is the Hinder XM24, my biggest folder, I mean. As you see, the XM24 is a hair larger. This knife sporting a 4-inch blade, 3.9 if you go exact. Closed, I think it's 5.3 inches. Overall length is 9.2 inches. It weighs around 8 ounces plus, and the blade thickness is 5 millimeters, which is pretty thick. The blade steel is S35 VN, stainless steel liners, injected plastic something handle. XR lock, which is like Benchmade axis lock, and bearings. It runs on bearings, and it's a flipper. The blade itself is shaped like a drop point, clip point, reminds a bit of a buoy. And the knife design, as you see, it's like the SOG Seal Team Pack. Actually, I think this knife is a fixed blade folded and not a folding knife. It's not a design of a folding knife. They took the fixed blade, the SOG Seal Elite, or the SOG Seal Pop Elite, and fold it, and I'll refer to it a bit later. So the blade itself, you have over here two options of opening, 3 if you like to flick it with, without touching the blade. So the one way is with the flipper tab, other way is with the opening hole, which I don't like because it's not intuitive, and the third way is for the guys who like to throw the blade outside. The blade itself, as I said, S35 VN steel, which is very good steel. It has jimping until the middle of his back, swedge over here. The thick is the tip is pretty thick. I use this knife, so you see that the coat is a wear bit off. It's not an even grind. It's cut well. I didn't sharpen it. The grind itself is the height of 70%. Until it goes to the edge, which is cover most of the knife's edge. It's a flat grind. It's not the thin. It's not one of those skinny PM2 TRM slicers. It's a knife for heavy-duty rough work, and it's designed for those kind of jobs. And it's targeting collectors and active duty personnel, firefighters, police, military, etc. All those people who looking for a good tool. The handle itself is ergonomic. It's very nice. It feels the hand very, very good, and the design of it and even the size of it, I'm sorry that I can't go any further. It's pretty thick. It gives you a very, very good firm handle and good control of the blade if you apply force. So it's very nice in that area. The screw itself are T6 and the pivot is T8, which is very annoying because this knife is running on bearings. Sooner or later you will have to open it up and clean it up, because if you go outside, bearings have they tend to get gunk inside and dirt, and you'll need to open it. And T6, it's very annoying because it tends to deform if you apply a bit too much force, and not all people have time to work gently with their knife. It's supposed to be simple to open, simple to close stuff. Over here, the pocket clip, it's have this LN screw with T6. I suppose it's supposed to be to a sort of a lanyard or rope or something like that to secure the knife or something. I don't know. The pocket clip itself is not deep carry. It's not supposed to be, because it's not this small discreet knife. It's a tool and it needs to be available and easy to take out. Some people don't like the SOG here. I don't mind. It's a wide clip, simple, good enough, very effective. It has the ridge over here. easy to go into the pocket, easy to take out. That's simple, effective pocket clip. The lock itself, the button here have a very good grip, and it's very nice. The action itself is very fun with that knife. It's a very big knife, and it seemed to be a bit cumbersome, but it's not. As I said, the weight of the blade allow it to fall drop shot as long as you pull the lock inside. If I don't, you see it will get stuck in the middle, but you need to pay attention to it, because sometimes without notice, you're busy with one thing, and you think you close it and it's open, and you can put it without looking into your pocket, and whoops, you can cut yourself. So pay attention to that matter. Make sure that this knife closed. This knife have a lot of jimping. I think all of the areas of the knife, beside this crushing pry bar or whatever, at the back and the cutting part and the swedge, everything else is with jimping, and pretty aggressive jimping, I must say. Well, if you wear gloves, it's an advantage. It's very good. You have all sorts of grips and you can use it. If you don't wear gloves, it's gonna be a disadvantage, because if you work with it pretty hard, you'll get all those you know, marks and hot spots in various places. So if you go to the wood, I'm very sorry about the zoom issue. I'm trying to fight it, but the lighting here is not so. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's continue. If you go out and do some work with that knife, I suggest you bring gloves, or be ready to get some warts on your hands. Nothing. It is what it is. You can file it if you want, but I wouldn't do that. Otherwise, the handle is great. The handle, as I said, is one of the advantage of this knife. It feels like a fixed blade handle, because this is why I said it's a fixed blade that folded, not a folding knife. And it, I like it very much. It gives me a lot of control on the knife. This knife costs around $224 US in the US. If you order it international, you need to add shipment, maybe taxes. It's not a cheap knife. You can find it even lower, but it's not a cheap knife. And for not that cheap knife, I would expect that the handle material will be from G10 or something like that. It feels very cheap. It's some sort of a plastic nylon. I checked, and it's not hollow. It's solid piece, but still, it feels very flimsy. Not flimsy, sorry. It feels very plasticky. And maybe, well, I'm not a chemist. I don't know how much strength this handle can take, or how much damage, but still. Part of the crowd of those knives are collectors, and not even if it's not a collector, if it's the everyday, I don't know, firefighter who wants a good knife with him, this big old folder that acts like a fixed blade. So for $200 US, I would expect that they will do like Benchmade Adamas or something like that, and place some G10 flats over here, not those plastic stuff. Otherwise, I like this knife very much. Why I like it? Because I like how it's big, and it acts like a folding, like a fixed blade. I had custom 8010, Adamas, and other heavy use folders, and this one I like the most, because it's the one that it's most like a fixed blade, or maybe like a good fixed blade. The Seal Pup is very nice and efficient blade, and I can recommend it for anyone who uses gloves and want a good fixed blade. He can take it, use it, buy it. It can serve you for many years. If they'll upgrade this plastic, it will be way better. Otherwise, if you're looking for a heavy duty folder and you don't usually use gloves, I don't take it. If you're a collector and you like SOG items, it's a very good and well-made SOG item. This one is USA made, and I recommend it. Well, I hope it interests someone, and have a great weekend. Bye bye.